Pleasure to be here this afternoon to celebrate the achievements of one of the special programs of this administration, the formal opening of the Office of the Public Defender, an institution where free legal services will be rendered to the poor and the disadvantaged in Lagos State. I have often wondered how anyone could talk about justice when the vast majority of our people cannot afford the fees of lawyers. How can the poor or disadvantaged derive the benefit of the rule of law or even fundamental rights when the cost of fighting in the court is beyond his or her reach? The clear answer is, of course, that the courts can never be the last resort of common man unless it can be provided with high-quality legal advice without having to further improvise himself. This is why the Office of the Public Defender is, for me, a concrete expression of our belief in social justice and the right of all persons to come before the seat of justice with confidence, regardless of their economic status. I have already directed the Honorable Attorney General to accelerate the establishment of the Office of the Public Defender in all local governments of the state in order to increase the accessibility of the service. It's part of our overall reform of the administration of justice system in Lagos State. A state, by the grace of God, has been destined to set the pace not only for other states, but for the federal government itself. We believe that the cornerstone of modern economies and indeed civilized society is a solid legal system. Such a system must equip and propel its judiciary to provide reliable, speedy, and credible resolution of disputes and processing of criminal matters. We cannot demand this from our judiciary unless we are prepared to pay the price and provide the means. This is why this administration has pursued an aggressive and proactive reform of the issues critical to the optimal performance in judiciary. It is for the same reason that judicial salaries were reviewed by our government on assumption of office. In the next few days, the first major refurbishment, rebuilding and re-equipping of the courts in Lagos State will begin. That exercise will include the provision of new generators for the courts, full computerization of the courts, especially the registries of the courts, which at the moment are famous for their inefficiency. We intend to create a conducive working environment for judges, lawyers, and litigants, as this is the minimum condition for the pursuit of justice. Let me seize this opportunity to thank most sincerely the Ford Foundation for the immeasurable assistance we received from the foundation. We owe a debt of gratitude to Dr. Akwesi Ado for his commitment and support for our dream of justice for all. Finally, I must sincerely thank the entire staff of the Ministry of Justice. I recognize your dedication and steadfastness and your high contribution to the program of this administration ever since we assumed the office. And because you have an outstanding Commissioner for Justice. And even though I'm still going to deal with him on what he said about the excellent. That's forgivable for later. However, I've seen a highly professional and committed lawyer who has stood on my neck that we have to make the change for the better, and that is why it will only make a service interesting. Professor Yomi Osibajo is a very outstanding guy in the administration. I call all citizens of Lagos State who seek legal assistance, who cannot afford it. I hope you will take advantage of the services ordered by the Office of the Public Defender. Once again, I congratulate the Ministry of Justice on this important achievement. Thank you. God bless you.